Alright, here we are for the last part of number 3. So we want to know which team did the Porcupines beat yesterday. To go to the top of the table, justify your answer. So if we go to the table here, now I've highlighted this already. I highlighted the teams that actually played yesterday. So we have the Porcupines, the Jerboas, the Beavers, the Lemmings, the Coipus, and the Gophers. Okay, so of course the team that's going to have lost to the Porcupines is a team that's going to have lost in general. So first we need to see which teams wound up actually losing yesterday. So the Porcupines obviously didn't. The Jerboas, they had 5 wins, 3 draws, and 1 loss. Today they have 5 wins, 3 draws, and 2 losses. So they wound up losing yesterday, so the Jerboas are a possibility. The Beavers went 2, were 2, 3, and 4. The Beavers 3, 3, and 4. So the Beavers won, so don't have to worry about the Beavers. The Lemmings on the other hand, 4, 1, 4, 4, 1, 5. So the Lemmings lost. They're a possibility. Coipus 3, 1, 5, 3, 2, 5. So the Coipus drew yesterday, so that's not a loss, that's a draw, so that doesn't count, which we can check over here, but it's assumed. 0, 2, 7, 0, 3, 7. The Gophers drew as well. So now we are only looking at the Jerboas and the Lemmings. Jerboas, Lemmings. Now let's look at the Porcupines. What information could possibly give us any kind of hint as to what's going on here? So if we look at the goals scored, we have for and against. So we go from 17 to 19. So that means the Porcupines were plus 2 points for, let's say goals for, just so it's consistent. Alright, and then they had 10 goals against. Now they have 11 goals against, which is 1 more, so plus 1 goals against. And if that's the case for the Porcupines, then whichever team lost to them is going to have 1 extra goal for and 2 extra goals against. So if we look at the Jerboas, they had 21 last game goals for, 22 goals for. Okay, so they're a possibility. They had given up 11 points prior to the game yesterday, and now they're at 14. So they gave up 3. The Porcupines did not score 3, so it can't be the Jerboas, which means it must be the Lemmings. We'll do one more check. So the Lemmings had given up, or had scored 16. The Lemmings now scored 17, so there's the plus 1 goal. Let me fix that. All right. Goals against, they went from 12 to 14. That's the plus 2. There's the answer. So the Lemmings lost to the Porcupines as they gave up the same number of goals the Porcupines scored and scored the same number of goals the Porcupines gave up.